our next two guests, I'd like to welcome to the program. These two gentlemen are representing Green Valley Speedway. Adam Stewart, obviously, he's I believe the general manager, right, Adam?
That's what they call it, yes.
That's what they call it. And we also have the announcer, late model Mark. Welcome to the airwaves.
Thank you very much, Webb. Glad to be on your show along with Adam.
Well, Adam, let's start with you. On greenvalleyspeedway.com, there's several scenarios. I don't know if it's a wish list of what people want to happen, but what is the future of Green Valley Speedway?
Well, you see the scenarios there, and of course, Dennis has had the racetrack now 6 years, and this past year, the 2012 season, was his best year there. We know that. We got some momentum going. I look for our scenario to be, number one, we'll race the Bama Bash regardless of what happens. Dennis will go through with that. And he's already added, I think there's 5 or 6 more races that he's going to guarantee to do. Maybe a couple more, I don't know. But I look for scenario one to be the case because, you know, as well as I do, there's not many people in the market for racetracks right now. And as good as things were, I think he don't want to just close up shop and not leave anybody anywhere to race. Because the racers came out, the fans came out, and finally, the place, we're legit. So I look for us to at least be around for 6-8 races for the 2013 season, is my opinion.
Now, Mark, would you say that you had anything to do with the recent success since it was your first year and it was a good year on the gate?
Well, I don't know about that, but I tell you, it was an indeed honor to work with Dennis Harker, who was a great man, and also I'd like to give props to Adam. He's an absolute joy to work with, and he's one heck of a race coordinator and just a good guy. This past weekend, Saturday night at Duck River, I cannot tell you how many people bombarded me with Green Valley Speedway questions, and I just didn't have the answer. I mean, Adam is much closer to the pulse of what's happening at the Speedway there, but what I told people is just keep the faith, and let's see what happens. It ain't over till it's over, and if anybody who went to the website Sunday morning and saw the possible scenarios and the 6 races that are tentatively scheduled, as Adam said, gives us hope. You never can tell, but one thing that did light my eyes up was the 6th and final race of the season being the possibility of the David Hare race being a $10,000 to win show, which would be a real good one. But like I said, Adam's way closer to the pulse of what's going on at the Speedway and have more answers for you. But I was just glad to be a part of the Speedway this past year, and it was an absolute blast announcing there. The people treat you good, and as Adam could tell you, one night we had 167 race cars pour into that facility, so things definitely did turn around.
Adam, are you still affiliated with Talladega Short Track?
Well, I'm not. I won't say yes, and I won't say no. That's where I got started at. Those folks are like family to me, and when we don't race, I still go down there and help out, and will always try to be that way because ultimately, that's the way it should be. I think we're seeing too many of these racetracks where the bad blood starts, and we've got back and forth competition, and that's not good for anybody per se. But I'm also a realist and realize that them running against us and only 30 miles away, when they don't run, we may have less than 10 of their cars, and they'll have less than 10 of ours. So as far as being a relationship, yes, I still talk to Preacher Lynn every day. A lot of people know Alfred, the gentleman who gets the racetrack ready and been there for all those years. Alfred's in the hospital, and his health, having a little health issue, but I've heard he is doing much better, so wish him well. But, yes, I still, to an extent, am affiliated with him.
Does it ever boggle your mind that Green Valley's facility is what it is and Talladega's is what it is? And is there a question on which is better?
Well, you're trying to back me in a corner here, so...
No, wait. I'm sorry. No, wait. I don't mean... we can interchange two or three things, and it's different. But it always boggles my mind the lack of support Green Valley gets versus what Talladega, based on some of the facilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody knows that. I mean, I believe the owners down there know that they do have some outdated stuff, but it's Talladega. It's the atmosphere. They've been there. The same promoters have been there 35 years. You know what it's going to be when you go there. Consistency, which is what has lacked at Green Valley for so many years before. You know, Dennis come in there, and I got to give him, you know, a lot of credit because he done a lot of things, and me being down there at the time, I thought this man is an absolute insane nut who has no clue. And some things he don't know, but I will say he's not afraid to try anything. And he almost has single-handedly brought a dead racetrack to life within 6 years, and that's, you know, the way I look at it. That's the longevity thing. I think he's finally seeing his reward for sticking it out for 6 years, where they've been there 35. You're going to have, if they've got less than 100 cars for a regular show, it's a disaster. But that comes from being consistent, I believe, more than anything.
Yeah. Now, and so what are the dates going to be on the Bama Bash this year? Or this year coming?
Bama Bash will be February 28th will be Thursday practice. March 1st, Friday will be qualifying heats. And March 2nd, Saturday, will be contests and features. We'll do the same thing we done last year. Of course, the rain has not worked with us the past couple of Bama Bashes. We've been wanting to run the features on Saturday night so people can go home Sunday. They've only got to take Friday off of work and not take Friday and Monday to try to get back home. And we'll do the split schedule like we done before. We'll run the local divisions during the day. The reason we do that, skinnier tires, don't tear up the racetrack. They've got a better chance of having a good race in the daytime. And the 3 late model classes, of course, we'll do our track prep thing, and I think everybody can attest to Scott's got that pretty well under control. The racetrack is usually excellent shape.
Scott
Morris. 95% of the time. Yes, Scott Morris.
Yep.
So 95% of the time it's good, which is always, every racetrack has a bad night. But for the Bama Bash, consistently, he works at that, and it shows by having good feature racing in the late model classes at night.
Crate Nationals.
Crate Nationals. I'm not sure 100% of details, not sure dates, but I think he's going to go to a 5-5 in the crate in the Sportsman. That could be tweaked, which, of course, if you look back to this year, at the beginning of the year, our schedule was only 6 races, and we wound up running, as summer got here, and, of course, we had some good sponsors come in, and things were going good. We added more races, but that was sort of our schedule this year. So there is hope, like Mark said. If you really look back at history, it might repeat itself, so who knows.
Internet question from one of the listeners, Outlaw Thunder. Are you going to be running it next year?
Well, I'll say yes, but there'll probably be a combination of the hobby and Outlaw Thunder. Just don't hold my feet to the fire on that because we are working on roles. Our tech guys working on that. But you're taking a class where you've got 2 sets of 6 cars, and those cars, I understand they're not real close together, and I'm fixing to get into something. Anybody that calls me, I'll tell them I am tech declined. I'm not inclined. So I'm sort of getting in the middle of something I shouldn't. But I look for us to run a Thunder car class, yes.
All right. Well, Adam, I appreciate your time. And I'm Late Model Mark. I'm going to give you the last word to sum up 2012 at Green Valley Speedway.
Well, like I said, I had just a great time, and I think it was one heck of a turnaround in 2012, and I was glad to be a part of it. It seemed like every time we opened the gates of Green Valley, there was a buzz, especially in the super late model and the other crate and sportsman late model divisions. I think the buzz is back, and I'm really hoping that we get to run this year, and I'm a part of it, and let's not give up hope, and let's see what happens, and because a lot of people asked me at Duck River what was going on, and just keep the faith, baby, and dirt late models rule. Webb, and you're doing a fine job, by the way, sir.
Oh, well, we're just trying to keep the old milk jug stirred up with the boat oar, so it's a difficult job. Me and Brian do. We take pride in doing it. So, Mark, nice talking to you. Good seeing you this past weekend, and we'll see you at the Bama Bash, brother.
Thank you very much, Webb. Bye-bye.
Late Model Mark.